Okay guys, so I was waiting for this moment for a while, and finally I acquired this Sofirn Q8 Plus flashlight, and I would like to compare these three. Since I own this BLF Q8 for, I want to say, about maybe 5 years roughly, maybe more, maybe less, and this is my favorite flashlight. I mean, I've been using it a lot and I'm really happy with it. I even use it as a EDC. I got this clip made out of Kydex that pretty much will slide on a belt, and then the flashlight will go into this and hook on it. So I'm carrying the flashlight on a belt, and very easy to take it out or clip it back in. And even if I need it, even if I need to use it without my hands, I can just turn it on, flip it like this, as it is on my belt, and use it like that, right? I don't even need to carry it in my hands. So that's one of my favorite flashlights, and I would say this is pretty much the father, or the oldest brother of these three. These two, they are much younger, and of course better firmware, and made by different company. So let's go into this one first, the BLF Q8. So that one is, I still have the box here. It's a 5000 lumens flashlight. It's made by Thorfire. I guess I pronounce it correctly, Thorfire. It's the LED is XPL, I believe it's a Cree XPL HDV6 3D. Okay. I don't know what kind of LED it is, but it's fine, and it's 4000K light. This is pretty much the box that it comes in, and it's the website is thorfiredirect.com. Okay, I hope you can read that. So that's briefly the BLF Q8. That's the older flashlight. Now my second one was this Sofirn Q8 Pro, and I am pretty happy with this one too. By the way, before I go any farther, all these three are pretty much flood lights. Okay, if you are into throwers or whatever, long beam, long distance lights, it's not for you. All of these trees are flood, and I do like the flood because that's what I needed. That's what I'm using it for. I really don't need to see 1 mile in distance. I really don't care what is in front of me in 1 mile in distance. I need to see what is directly in front of me. So anyway, let's go back to it. Sorry, getting a little dry here. Okay, so the Sofirn Q8 Pro. That one is 1100 lumens. So 5000 and 1100. That's a big step, right? And there is a difference, yes. It has 4, well, by the way, this one has 4 also. I forgot to mention that. This one, it's a very similar. I mean, they could be just identical. They are very much similar. Okay, with the size. Oh, and they take 4 18650 cells, button cells, both of them. This one and this one. So let's go back to the Sofirn Q8 Pro. That one is 1100 lumens. It has 4 Cree XHP 50.2 LEDs, and this one is 6500K light, and it has the Unreal 2 software. This one, I didn't know what software it has, but it's a very old version. You can do much with it. Actually, you can, but I don't know. I never used these jingle bells. Okay, so I don't know about the software on this one, but this one has Unreal 2, and that's pretty much it. It's made by a Sofirn, and then the last one is the Sofirn Q8 Plus. That one is 16,000 lumens. Okay, 16,000 lumens as they state over here. So this one is 5,000, 1100. I mean 11,000, right? Not 1100. 11,000. Yes, that's my mistake. This one is 11,000. This one is 16,000. So again, 5,000, 11,000, 16,000. Okay. And again, the Sofirn Q8 Plus is the strongest one. It's the biggest monster, and it says 554 meters output. This one, by the way, is 500 meters, and this one I don't know. So this one is XHP 50B, the Sofirn Q8 Plus. No idea what it is. It must be a Cree again. XHP 50B. It's a 5000K and made in China, just like everything, of course. Not much else. Oh, it has the Unreal 2 software, of course. I mean firmware. So that's about it. This one has 6 LEDs. Okay. This monster, that's a 6 LED light, and it's a flood, yes. And of course, don't forget my little baby here, the Emissar D4V2, I believe that's what it is. But let's not get into that. That one, it's a baby. So, comparing the sizes. Oh, and this one takes 3 21700 cells. Okay, high drain cells, which is a kind of bummer. I wish it takes 4 18650s. I don't know what's the difference between 4 18650s or 3 21700. Just a little, I don't know, nonsense. Not happy about it. But anyway, so the size, the tall or the height is exactly the same. The width, and these two, they might just have the same case. Okay, I mean there is a little differences here, like this cutout here. Well, okay, they do have. This one does not. The BLF Q8 does not have the USB charging port. This one does, and this one does too. Okay, it's a USB-C. Both of these USB-C, and the BLF Q8 has nothing for charging. And since I am flipping this around, well, let's finish the size. Okay, so they are roughly around same size. This one, it's a little bit wider. So let's take that one and this. I mean, honestly, 1/8 maybe. Okay, that's maybe 2-3 millimeters different. Of course, this these cutouts on that ring, I really like those, and I'm not happy about that this one doesn't have it. And I just like them for one and only one reason. If you're gonna have this light and you have a kids, and the light is standing like this, okay, I'm gonna actually turn it down a little bit. Don't want to burn my table here. Okay. Now it's gonna be like this, right? And the kids will come and just flip the switch. You will see that the light is on. Okay. If it's on full blast, yes, you will see it very soon because it's gonna start burning the wood. But this is the only reason that I like these cutouts or these steps on the baffle ring here. You can see if the light is on, because this will stay on all the time, so you cannot tell by the button if it's on or off. Okay, you see that, right? Now on this one here, let me turn it down again because I don't want to burn my desk here. If you turn it on and you have a perfect straight surface, you cannot really tell that the flashlight is on or not. Okay. See? The light is on, but you cannot see it. So that's a little bummer too. And then since I have this in this position here, the orange light apparently shows you when the orange is on, then the lights are actually, now it went off, right? But if the orange lights are on, that actually indicates there is enough power in the batteries to charge other devices through the USB-C port. Okay, so you can charge your cell phone or maybe whatever, I don't know, whatever you might have there. Okay, hold on a minute please. Thank you, very good. So that's the orange light, that's what it means. Okay, that's the only thing. So here we go again, very similar in size. Now one thing that I don't like about these lights, and they fixed it on this one, okay, but this one and this one is pretty much, if you look at this, and if I'm going to be using something like this, or even the stand, this is meant for a stand, right, to put it on a stand, these fins here are pretty much in a way. Okay, and this one, they already fixed it. They got a flat surface here. Okay, but on this one and this one, you can see how I actually grind it down over here. I just pretty much take a little grinder and cut these fins out, because when I was sliding this in and out, it just got stuck. I couldn't make it work like this easily, so I have to pretty much grind these fins off a little bit, and I never bothered to repaint it because honestly I have another one that's my wife's, and that one is pretty much like new, and this one is my EVC, and it's being used and it's beat up, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, so that's one thing that kind of bothers me. Other than that, that light is just my darling. All right, so now the main thing, the power. Okay, this one, it's a little bit on the thrower side. It's floody enough, but it has a little center ring that will throw a little bit farther. So it's not exactly the same light as these, and you can see it on the what do you call this thing? Now I cannot find the proper word, but the difference here in those, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. Okay. But this one here is completely smooth. The buffle, pretty much, it's completely smooth, and this one is kind of it's not smooth. Let's put it that way. And this one is not smooth either, and that makes it actually more floody. So if you go into the type of the light or the floodlight, this one is the least floody, this one is right in the middle, and this one is the most floody light. Okay, so this one is a little bit on the thrower side. Other than that, in the light, and you will see that I will take it outside, obviously 5000 lumens versus 11,000 versus 16,000, you will see the difference, that there is a big difference between these two, very little different between these two. So if you are for upgrading from BLF Q8 to one of these, I got these two actually for the same price. So honestly, I just got this one today. So I am not exactly convinced which one I would choose. I like the power and the flood on this one. I don't like the 21700 cells, the batteries in this flashlight. I'm not too crazy about those because I got about 200 18650s, which this one takes, and I don't have any of the, well, I do have a few, but I'm just not too crazy about I just don't see the advantage of using 21700 versus 3 of them versus 4 of 18650. It just, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. But anyway, let's take it out and let's see the difference in the brightness, in the power. Okay? Okay guys, so I'm on the deck outside, and pretty much the house, my neighbor, it's about roughly about 50 feet, maybe 40 feet to the bushes, and I do have some little lights here on my deck because I need to see. So first one is gonna be the Emissar D4V2, and this is the Emissar. Okay, that's not bad for one little flashlight. And now it's gonna be the BLF Q8. Okay, you can see that this is definitely much stronger than the Emissar, and also a little more spotty. Okay, so this is the BLF Q8, and from BLF Q8 I'm gonna go to the Sofirn Q8 Pro. Oops, and I have to turn it on first. Okay, so BLF Q8 again, and now the Sofirn Q8 Pro. So you see it's a much more floody, and it's actually pretty decent light. Okay, again back to Q8 Pro, I mean back to BLF Q8. Okay, it's definitely spotty, and the Sofirn Q8 Pro. Okay, and I'm gonna stay on the Sofirn. Just have to switch my hands here, and I'm gonna, from here I'm gonna go to the Sofirn Q8 Plus. Again, I have to turn it on first, and this is not a turbo mode. This is just the high mode. Okay, so now I am in the Plus. switch to Pro. Okay, there is very little difference. Okay, this is Plus, Q8 Plus, Q8 Pro, Q8 Plus, Q8 Pro. So let's go in Turbo. That's the Turbo and Q8 Pro. Turbo and Q8 Plus. This is both of them together. Obviously it's a lot of light. But this is Pro, this is Plus. So I don't know if you can see the difference, but there is a little difference in the Pro and Plus. Especially I think the Plus, well, they are about the same flood. Yeah, and the Pro is just a touch brighter. It should be 4,000 lumens different, but you know, if you go from 11,000 or 16,000, I don't know. There's the Pro. There's the Plus. There is a little different, yeah. Well, let's take it back inside. Okay guys, so the conclusion here is pretty much the upgrade from BLF Q8 to Sofirn Q8 Pro or Q8 Plus, either way, it's a good upgrade, okay. I would have to probably stay with the Q8 Pro just because of the 18650 cells. Other than that, they are very similar. I mean, this one does seem to have a little bit more power, you know, a little bit stronger light, but not really noticeable. I would say if you're gonna buy this new one, cost about I want to say about 110, 120 bucks range, and this one is in about $90 range. I believe I got it for 90 bucks on eBay. Well, this one I got cheaper because that's been already used, but new one is, I believe, about 110 or 120 bucks. So I don't think it's worth to pay more for the Q8 Plus. You're not going to get that much more light out of it, and the batteries, unless you have a bunch of 21700s laying around, then I would buy this one. But most people have probably the 18650, and you know, of course they have to be high drain cells. Then I would definitely go with the Sofirn Q8 Pro. Other than that, I would definitely recommend the MSR D4V2. That's a really beautiful flashlight, and you know, good light enough for the size, of course. So I guess that's it, guys. You know, I hope you got something out of it. All right, till next time.